Okay, game 2, like YouTube frogs or anything more, like, I can't even talk. Just check out game 1. Who I am. Check out socials, I guess. We do this live on stream. Anyway, let's get into game 2. YouTube introductions are so awkward for me still. Anyway. What would I change? Zai for me was a bit of a rough one. Maybe it's the lane they prefer to Lucian army. Still really was a bit rough in my opinion. Because BLG played very well over range and very well took out the win condition C9 had. So trying to counter that a bit might be a very good idea for C9. Otherwise, either ban adaptation, they end up banning. Wait, are it not that these were the same bans? Any wasn't banned before. I'm not sure which ban was left open. BLG kept the same bans. They go for Xayah again. Will we just see Nami Vi again? So we go Rakan and Kennen again, most likely. Rakan I definitely pick up considering how C9 plays, right? They're Burma going for skirmishes. Maybe gonna change up the Kennen, but I'd still try to go for it, honestly. Ooh, Sion. Okay, Sion. Well, Lucian does struggle with things, right? Lucian does struggle with things, so I don't think that's bad. And maybe like this, you can create more space for Xayah to walk up. Because that way maybe you can implement Xayah quite well. And I feel like Fudge had struggles playing against the sort of against BLG's setup to counter his flanks. So having Sion here for top lane or possibly a flex can be quite a good idea. Now Lucian pick up again, right? Not really the biggest fan, but that's just how it is. Diego ban, Gwen ban. Well, if this was a you would definitely see Darius ban here, but no one plays Darius in the East. So now ban again. Yeah, how do you leave Kennen up? How do you leave Kennen up? I know Kennen is not a bad matchup for Sion, but how do you leave Kennen up? Lissandra? Straight up? No way. Okay, Kennen. And like basically saying, well, if you go Luplo now, we're gonna... Ooh! Ooh, okay. Now, Kennen Galio got me thinking. Why do I not ban Kennen Galio? Well, because this sort of adaptation, of course, you do have a bit of engage here as well. But this adaptation, you're kind of like, okay, well, we struggled playing engage last game. We're a bit too over greedy with those, but at least very creative. And we struggled a bit like this. Well, now we're just not gonna engage. We're just gonna play better front and back. And I don't mind that, honestly. Red side comp right now is very heavy magic damage. So Lucian Nami, very heavy magic damage. Lucian with Nami, like 40% magic damage. Kennen magic damage. Nami, of course, magic damage. If they're going AP, Galio can be very, very tanky against enemy composition already. So that isn't bad. Kindred against Kennen ult can be pretty good. It is not that easy to find easy executes against Kindred. Although, of course, catching Kindred is not, like, the hardest. Only problem you might end up having here is, if I'm red side, I'm probably picking Kragus on a 5. Because how the heck is Kragus coming through? How is Kragus not being picked at all in MSI? But I like the adaptation by C9. I honestly like it. And I like seeing Kindred more because I think Kindred is a bit of an OP champion. But I'm biased, I hate this champion. Syndra is not a good pick here, in my opinion. So the idea of outranging is not necessarily bad. I feel like Syndra against Kindred is not that good. Although, of course, you can just always ult early. And then when the ult is expiring, you can just E, like, your multiple balls. You do have, like, ulting and queuing. And just try to, like, to see everyone in the Kindred ult. The only problem that I have, though, is if I see Lucian Nami Kindred, Lucian Nami Kennen and Syndra, I'm giga stacking magic resistance. Like, that's the only thing I'm doing. Right side only has magic damage, by the way. It's such a heavy magic damage composition. So Kindred going with 10 second or whatever, right? Just stacking the magic resistance, I really feel like C9 is going to be very unkillable. Do you think if Lucian plays against double tank for Khan, is he still going to go rapid fire cannon second, or is he actually going to adapt and just go LDR second into IE? Or E into LDR. Like, both is fine. Anyway, right, C9 going for a very front and back composition with enable again, though, right? So it looks like C9 really likes to go for these sort of enabling mid sections, but this time playing carry jungle supportive mid, and you guys know how much I like my carry jungle supportive mid. You guys really know, if you watch the stream, how much I like my carry jungle supportive mid composition. I'm very much biased because I really enjoy playing carry jungle myself. As an Evelyn player, right? But I like the idea. I like the idea. One thing you could also do, of course, is you've got the science, so you can always do the Adam strat, right? So yesterday we saw T1 do Adam strat against Mad Lions, so the East is adapting, so that is very scary. But one thing you can definitely try to do is the Adam strat, and like either Adam strat, or of course you can try to late invade, right? Solution Nami not necessarily the strongest early on, Kid not bad, Gally very, very strong, right? So either you can do the Adam strat with Cyan joining you, or of course Cyan could try to sort of start like a few camps while you go for late invade bot side. I think both are very good options when you go with the Cyan, and C9's character is Vega too, so they probably practice that at least once. And if you're playing against an Eastern team, you want to drag them into your zone of comfort, away from what they usually play, so going for invades is often quite a good idea. Seems like they don't go for it though, so a little bit of a little bit pussies, but it's fine. It's okay. My job here is why? Well, isolating mid. Of course, I have mid priority, and I've got bot priority, so maybe I can punish Kindred as well. Wait, whoa. Nice W by Zven. Very, very good by Zven. The Xayah account can win level 1 in case Lucianami disrespects, because you have the option of fighting level 1. And if they don't have summoners, well, now you actually have some decent options. You will spot Vi3 camping. I'm wondering if you're just gonna adapt your clear and just do Raptors, just gonna skip Raptors to red buff, so you're able to impact bot lane earlier. You don't really want to gank bot lane pre red buff though. Wait, did Elk just fake ward? Oh, he's fake warding. I mean, maybe he's also respecting, but he's going in Fox, so he's like kind of fake warding. So look what Zven does. Look, well played. Nice, I like fake warding. I like vision play. Vision play makes me happy. Vision play makes me very, very happy. EMENES is hard gapping. Blaber getting spotted again. Feels bad. Huh? You know, this is not necessarily the best save for you anymore. Just really making sure you're there first for Scuttle. Very, very good. Getting first mark in Kindred next to the fourth mark is the most important. Why is it the most important? Because first mark, the only camp you can spawn on is Scuttle, and that feels a little bit bad. One thing you can try to do though is you can just take your bot side camps and then reset into going enemy Scuttle grab. Because second mark will spawn in like 20 seconds-ish on either Scuttle or on Raptors. So if you can fix bot, reset, possibly get Raka roam timer with you onto mid, you should be able to already secure your second mark. I'm playing like this on Kindred, and snowballing your marks makes you an insanely broken champion, by the way. Insanely broken champion. So you help out your bot. Ooh! They nearly solo kill, and then they fuck up. Yeah. But this is what I mean, right? Try to fix bot ASAP, and then reset, so you're hopefully there first. Because it's either gonna be in Raptors, or it's gonna be on Scuttle. Both camps are next to each other. Playing for mid priority is one of the most important things. So here, you already know that. I'm wondering if instead of this here, instead of this Raptors take, you just play for bot lane priority instantly. Let them crash, reset, Raka and roam timer with you. Xayah can of course also come with you for sure. Make sure you get mid section control, and then play onto Raptors. Like you can try to invade this either way, even if it's not mark, right? Because you've got first roam timer, and then fall back onto Scuttle crap, and this should result into you getting mark for sure. And then you're already on 2 marks. 2 marks minute for like 30-ish is very, very powerful. Very, very, very powerful. Ah, no, okay, well, you're just griefing. I think you're just greeting a bit too hard. Ah, you keep getting hit by these Nami bubbles, man. I just feel so bad, because now this should not be his Scuttle. And now you just lose a mark again. And it should just be your mark again. That feels bad. As someone who really enjoys watching Kindred, this just feels bad. And by the way, like if you're a Kindred player and you want to play Kindred in team as like a jungle player, hit me up. I'm gonna tell you team how to play it. I think Kindred can be really OP if played properly. Next mark is probably gonna be on Cromp because the Vi is gonna take Raptors and then afterwards it's gonna only spawn on Cromp. So the question is, can you use bot lane push here into invade on Cromp? I know invading Cromp is not as easy, but that is like always a possibility for Kindred. For the rest of the gameplay, it just feels bad. Nothing much you can do here is Kindred. I'm not even sure why you open mid. I guess he's just hoping that Scattercrab is still up, but it's just very unlikely. Just gonna delay second clear. I understand the idea of still trying to check it in case maybe it's still up, but still just feels a bit bad too. EMENES is playing really good. EMENES is playing really good. Woo! It's EMENES is actually shitting on Yagao. Well, that is a mid lane wave for Kindred, no? That is surely mid lane wave for Kindred. You're contesting Drake? Now just take mid lane wave, no? Who cares about stones? Just take mid. I just play. Isn't going mid here better for your economy here than just going bot? You just drop a wave in mid. I guess maybe you want to be on bot lane instantly, and otherwise you don't get brush control anymore. I know that I'd understand. Whoa, no, holy shit, you're creeping. What the? Zven Rakan is so garbage. I don't want to flame, but Zven Rakan is so garbage. Holy shit. Nah, this is not legal.
He dodges forward into your face. He does not run from the gank. He kills the ganker.
If I'm Blaber, I'm so tilted. Ooh, EMENES is giga gapping. What the fuck? EMENES is actually giga gapping. Woo! Happy feet, man. Oh! Oh! And you get a mark. Huge. Huge. By the way, MSI shows like stacks of like any champion, right? Instead of the rune. Why the heck does it not show it of Kindred? When Kindred is like the most, like basically where the stacks matter the most of any champion. And he gets Herald for it. Honestly, MNS is giga gapping, and Berserker is playing well as well. I'm not happy about any of the other performance by C9 though, but MNS round time is very good. He gets a lot out of it. Although Blaber should have caught the mid lane wave in my opinion, but whatever. And so he's going to sacrifice his minions again as well to do this. There is a price for these plays. These are not free roams for the Galio. When we get back alive, you'll see the CS gap is quite big in mid lane, but it's critical here to get this money onto Berserker. I know it. Yeah, it is a trade-off. He dodges it. I mean, Yagao is squeezing it a bit, but still very well done by EMENES. It's very well done. This game set really is not that bad for Cloud9, although in my eyes, Kinect should already be in 3 stacks. And possibly secure yourself the 4th one. And that would be very, very good, because 4 stacks on Kinect are very nice. This is when you get 75 range, and 75 range is a lot of range. 75 range is a lot of range. Please go Kraken Slayer, please do... well, actually Gale Force is kind of okay, this game is Kindred, but please go Kraken Slayer anyway. You're actually gonna lack in damage otherwise, so actually please go Kraken Slayer. You're not strong enough to go Gale Force. Yeah, continue to set up mid. Nice. Continue to enable. You're a little bit too deep here, but it's fine. A little bit too deep, but it's fine. But continue to enable mid if you can. Unlucky that it doesn't end up working out, because you might have been able to get Raptors at noise. But you can just keep control over bot side and try to make sure you get Drake. And if BLG Giga sends it, at least you get Raptors. Yeah, just fall back on the Drake. The setup I honestly don't mind. Just send it mid. Unlucky that you weren't able to get Raptors, but it's fine. It's okay. And just at least get Kraken say here. Good. Good. Okay, now you see the stacks. Wait, why weren't you able to see the stacks before? Why are they changing overlay during the game? I'm so confused by this MSI overlay, honestly. Anyway, I know I talked a lot about Kindred. I always when Kindred is in the game. I really like the champion. Anyway, except playing it. I said it don't advance. Unlucky. What is the game plan? Well, BLG has Game Force mandate on Lucian Nami now, so they can try to look for mid-section control and try to look for catches. Main idea here for me, if I'm C9, is of course, if I'm not able to set up mid-section, well, try to set up side into mid-section, get man advantage, right? If you don't get control on mid-section, in case you're even man, you open side. Huh? What is happening? Why is BLG running that mid? Okay, now this is the spot where I'd actually like to see a replay. MSI, please. You always show me replay? Please show me replay this time. No, you don't? Okay, there it is. Huh? Okay, now Zven is popping off. Unlucky that Zven gets a kill though. Is Comet even good against Cannon, by the way? I guess because of the slow, it's fine. I don't know, Vega V2 talked on Twitter that he doesn't like comment on Malphite against Cannon due to the fact that Cannon can easily run out. Isn't it the same with Sion? What changes with Sion? That it's better on Sion than it is on Malphite. Can it go Spellbook as well here on Sion? Isn't that pretty good as well? I don't mind Jackshot though, you can't really walk up and stack hard seal. Funfire Rush also doesn't really make sense, so just going Jackshot makes sense, yeah. At least it's competitive, I feel like in solo queue you always go hard here for damage. Nice, front and back it. Oh, Fudge, you're griefing. Nah, but you're also not RQing. I don't like you running into them. Why are you doing that? Like, you're front and back competition, guys. Front and back, let them come into you, otherwise just fall back. Because BLG really struggles with damage, by the way, if you play properly. If C9 plays the teamfight properly, like front and back, play high range, cut Cannon's flank, hopefully Galio, just making sure Cannon does not have an easy time flanking, then I just really don't understand how BLG is going to get through the front line. Sion is so incredibly tanky. Galio is very tanky against magic damage as well because he's very high base MR. Look, he's 62. And he's going Sorks as well. It's just sad that Kindred still only has 3 stacks. Not really what you'd like to see, but it's not that bad, right? Of course you just prefer something different though. Then crash the wave here, fall back on the dragon. BLG is playing over silence a lot better though. I'm wondering if there's a way for C9 to actually fix the silence without this happening. But with dragon already spawning, I understand them instantly going mid. Yeah, definitely also instantly going mid. And both E1s are still up in top lane. So it's not like you could have tried to set up the wave in advance, right? It really wasn't possible. So you just run mid, you get T1, you fall back on the Drake. I really like C9 setup. Just unlucky that it's Cloud Dragon. Unlucky that it's Cloud Soul. But the game that C9 is in, honestly, is pretty favorable for them. The only problem is if you're going to lose too much, you should have already won base. The second you're already on Drake, you should have already won base and fixed silence so they can't chunk top lane too much. Because the only problem you will have is if they get too much economy right now. Raising mid T1 of course also feels a little bit bad. But it's not that horrible, right? It's not that horrible. As long as Blaber can scale up, they're gonna be in a pretty fine position. Huh? Huh? What happened? Berserker just flashed in mid lane. Against a catch comp? No. Don't control it, don't control it. Someone needs to fix bot. Either Galio or Fudge, of course. EMENES or Fudge.
Yes, when I look at mid, there's a 1k goal gap in favor of Yagao. There's a 2k goal gap in favor of Din. So if my math is correct, 1 plus 2 does make 3, which should actually equal the goal.
They forbid us from doing math on air, but look at you, breaking the rules.
Anyway, what is the plan here, basically? Well, C9 has a front and back composition, right? So what you want to do is front and back, you want to be on mid first. Do you get mid section control with even man? Yes, you do. Right? So it's fixing side, running mid, and mainly making sure enemy side and can't come. But of course, you want to play 4-5 yourself as C9. So trying to be mid section first makes a lot of sense. I don't know why they give them straight mid control. Huh? Why? Why do you give them mid control like that? Huh? Why? Yeah, top lane T1, who cares? Can we please play proper side lane? SC9, please? Because the way I look at it is, you're just gonna push outside or you're gonna catch it and you just rotate into mid and try to make sure you get mid section control. Because of course they've got good catch and understand the idea of not walking up without your teammates being here. If they have good catch, you should be fine the way I look at it. You should be fine the way I look at it. But you just allow them to run it down at side lanes. Like BLG is completely destroying C9 when it comes to setting up sides. And of course this is how BLG should play, right? This is how you play against a comp that just wants to stack as 5. But I'm still a little bit unhappy about how free C9 gives it to BLG. Because of course they've got good catch potential, right? But it's not that insane, right? You've got good options against the enemy team. You've got good options. I just position Nash, honestly, just threaten Nash, make them come to me. I really don't care about this dragon. I really care about just killing your Nash. Please fight me. Ooh, nice catch. Oh, nicely done. Our dragon is already gone. You can still go Nash. Yeah, go Nash, go Nash, go Nash, go Nash. It's a little bit flip, but you should be fine. Galio should mainly scout for cannon. Very important for you to scout cannon. You know where cannon is coming from. Ah, Galio should match cannon. Galio should match cannon. No, oh, no. Like, either stun... No. Ah. How do you lose this? How is she able to get onto Nash? Yeah, I don't mind actually Galio matching Shin, right? That also makes sense, right? If you really just want to finish it. Sure. Don't fuck it up. Don't fuck it up, man. Don't fuck it up. I think I'd even prefer, by the way, going Wits End first on Kindred because it's really mostly magic damage. It's honestly mostly magic damage. Nice, Kindred orders OP. Kindred orders OP. The only problem is, I feel like BLG's only win condition is playing besides of them having Nash is a bit scary, and you're getting completely gapped by them macro-wise as well, so it's kind of sucks that they get Nash. It's really rough. It's really rough that they get Nash, man. It's really rough. Oh, shit. Ah, no, Fudge, please. Okay. Doesn't really matter though. They're going base. Fudge dying at least doesn't really matter all that much. Lucian is not that far behind in gold. I mean, he's 0-3-3, but it doesn't really matter. He's farmed up, he's first strike, and he got to a goal. Yeah, but this is not bad fighting here. As long as you front and back like decently well, like you're gonna be in pretty okay position. Du kannst schreien Berserker und Blaber versus BLG instead of C9. Honestly, you forgot about EMENES. Like EMENES is not playing that bad though. I feel like EMENES completely solo carried the other game. He's winning against Yagao 2 lanes when they had counterpick. He won 2 lanes against Yagao when they had counterpick. I mean, Blaber is playing well, but honestly, for me, most impressive is Berserker and EMENES. I feel like most impressive is Berserker and EMENES. The only problem that I see with EMENES is, overall with how C9 plays, is fixing side lanes. Like, they get too clapped on side. And of course, it's not easy with their comp here. But I really do get clapped too hard on side.
careful when dealing with the cannon when you don't have an exhaust on your team.
So he can't ult to safety. Ends up playing beside BLG. He'll go zombie mode. Line. Maybe.
But honestly, like, most impressive... I mean, most impressive is Berserker, for sure.
BLG's re-engage is ruthless. Bin without 3-4-man alternate and just tears Cloud9 apart. Fudge now left on a side lane. Maybe he's tanky enough to get away with this.
Agree, no silent champ. Yeah, that is... I mean, Sign sort of is, right? Sort of Sign, but you kind of also want him with your team. I don't think you need a silent champ per se. But I don't really heavily prioritizing Drake when you lose too much on side. Because you're giving up too much economy. Not with his items, it doesn't really matter because you can still push outside. It's not about making sure you win on side, it's making sure they just don't get anything. Yeah, you win with his cannon with other items, yeah, but you don't need to win. You just need to make sure they don't. I understand the idea of like also trying to win to make sure you get first rotation. Which isn't incorrect, right? But I feel like if C9, instead of prioritizing a bit of dragons, just try to make sure they get better position for Nash, and actually don't fuck up the Nash flip, I think C9 is probably winning this game. Plus, how they played around Kindred early game just sucks. It just feels bad. I feel like bottom was too greedy with their lane states when it's... For me, when you play with Kindred, especially if you got Galio, just prioritize the marks. First rotation is Sign is getting broken. Yeah, that's what you mean. Yeah, I agree. How many front and back keys? It's rough. I mean, at this point, you're just too far behind, right? At this point, you're just too far behind, GG. But also smurfs hard. And game 1 he did really smurf hard. Game 2 I didn't think he did that much, to be honest. I feel like Yagao and Bin just play way better of his side lane than C9 does. Okay, I mean this game is over. So what went wrong this game? Already, does any one of you have any questions? Otherwise, a quick summary of what happened this game. I feel like C9 and bot lane played the early lane a lot better than they did in game 1, right? But they got shit on really hard game 1. Now they actually got 3 summoners out for Xayah Ghost, which is really, really good, right? Really, really good. I like the idea of trying to find an invade in the bot lane play. I think maybe it's a little bit too greedy, but it's fine as long as you make sure you've got position for Scuttle. If you play a Kindred, in my opinion, especially if you're actually meant to be a carry as Kindred, which you should really be Kindred for me, the most important thing is Scuttle prioritization, or rather mark prioritization, right? So you get first mark, good, right? Now, where does your next mark spawn? That is right, it's either Scuttle or it's Raptors, right? It's gonna be 50-50. I don't know if it's actually 50-50, right? But it's gonna be either, like, it's gonna be either one of those camps, right? Because Grump is down. And it has to spawn on Scuttle or it has to spawn on Raptors or Grump. Until like 4 marks, right? Anyway. Alright, so main goal for me right now is make sure that my bot lane hopefully crashes the wave into reset into coming with me. So looking at bot lane wave set, right, I'm mainly wondering, how do you make sure you just crash this wave? Because what I'd really prefer right now as Blaber is just running bot, instantly crashing the wave, resetting with my Rakan, and then contesting enemy Raptors into Scuttle grab again. It's hard to prefer that. Because I really want to make sure that I get the heck, like, that I just get to my 4 marks ASAP. And if I get this mark, I'm already at 1 mark. If I get the top lane mark, I'm on 2, and I will get it because I've got Galio against Syndra, and I should be able to unlock my bot lane. And if this is the case, I should be able to get my 2nd mark. And then I'm chilling on 2 marks. Chilling on 2 marks, like minute 4:30 on Kindred is big smiley face. Because then you only need 1 mark of like a camp, and maybe like a kill, and you're in a really, really good position. Like you're in an insanely good position, right? But now, you fuck up on bot lane again. Feels bad. EMENES on Mega Smurfs. 1 time. Like, this just really cringe again. Like, Zven just misses his W. Unlucky. First of all, like, On's bubbles, for some reason, are aimbot. He just always hits them. Unlucky. And then Zven just misses his W. Unlucky. And then EMENES just complete smurfs it again. Lucky. But I feel like this sort of series, when it comes to early game fighting, feels honestly like more like a scrim because there's so many misplays and so much fighting early on. Like when it comes to mechanical misplays. I really didn't mind the rotations that C9 did though. I liked how they tried to set up mid. Yeah, of course, it just feels a little bit bad that you get chunked out like this because Raptors is going to be your next mark, which you could have possibly played for again, right? You've got Rakan, Brimtimer. If EMENES doesn't get Omega chunked, you might be able to play this mid lane wave into hopefully already Raptors again. And just like that, maybe you already have 2 marks on Blaber, right? Would be your third one. Get another kill, you have 4 marks, right? And again, right, if you play Kindred, getting to 4 marks is like the most important thing, right? Early 4 marks is Kindred, you're gonna pop off because gain 75 to 250 range, and a 75 range you get on 4 marks, right? And 75 is a huge amount because your base attack range is 525. So going from 525 to 600 range basically means you go from... Wait, is there a list? Is there a list of attack ranges here? No, it's not. Ah, feels bad. That would be cool to have in all wiki. Anyway, right? But it goes up a huge amount. I know there is one somewhere, but it's not there. I'm like too lazy to search for it right now. Plus, of course, all of the other abilities also scale with it. 5% extra attack speed per mark, right? 1% extra current HP damage per mark. 0.5% extra missing health damage per mark. Huge. Huge. Very, very big. Yeah, the scrim against MVP2 yesterday. Okay, how did it go? And the jungle flamed you hard in solo queue, and then he stomped him in scrims. This is such a nice feeling, isn't it? Like, it's the nicest feeling ever. The best thing is if someone writes good luck in esports and then he shit on them in scrims. But that is the best part. Like, when a good luck in esports comes and then he shit on him in scrims or like official, this is the best part. And the rest of that is like loader skirmish. Otherwise, for the YouTube people, I hope you enjoyed the video. Check out the socials below the video, basically. And then hopefully see you guys in game.